Well, you can rest easy that something's safely packed if you can't even get the box open yourself. Seriously, why would you tape something up this well? How'd you get into it? Alright guys, how you doing out there? This is my, well, not my first figure review, but it's definitely my first figure review not being a child. So yeah, let's check it out, what we got here. So first of all, we're hoping we've got the right item, and we certainly have. Oh, it's full of newspaper. We catch up on the Italian news. I think this came from Italy. I was expecting this to come from England, but yeah, I think it's from Italy, and that's probably why it took a few days, which makes sense, and that's nice. I could be wrong. Let's take a look. Should we take a look at the paper? Let's have a little read of the newspaper. Well, it's in English, whatever it is. Waste, the worst medicine. Alright, let's get into this. Oh, I do love mail day. I was going to buy one of these online for, like, loose for $8.99, and then I found one boxed for £10, so it's just obvious, isn't it? Like, that's the obvious decision to make. I've moved the filming downstairs so I can try and get some like decent lighting, because we are having a very dingy winter this year in the UK, and yeah, you get about 2 hours of decent lighting and then it disappears in my room, so I thought I'd move downstairs and try it out there. So first of all, we're just going to quickly check the back of his box for any obvious factual inaccuracies. There were a lot of errors on figures I had, like elites. When I didn't have a lot of elites, I had a lot of them that had like mistakes on the back, like that Kane that says he's £212, or that Dean Malenko that says he comes to the United States Championship. Sid looks absolutely fine. That is, if we don't take a look at this horrible face scan. I mean, it is scary, but in a completely different way to you know, a Psycho. It's more child molester. Anyway, I noticed the other day when I was in the store that the little basic figures that come with a Slammy Award have a little sticker saying it's a choking hazard, but the regular ones don't. Now I assume there's something somewhere on the box anyway, because it's you know, it's a bit of a legal requirement really, but it says it right here on the front of the box, and I'm just wondering, what if this you're going to choke on? The vest? Because I feel like a child under 3 years probably can't fit this in their mouth anyway. And then again, I guess that's why they're going to choke. Okay, so let's try and bring this up a bit and we'll whack him open. Hopefully, I'm having to use my old camera for this, which isn't the best at recording videos because for some reason the quality dropped, but also it's got a cracked screen, so I'm not really sure if there's anything like behind it creeping in, but if there is, I'm sorry. All I can see that might be creeping in is a bottle and a teddy bear, so you know, my apologies for that if that's the case. I also haven't got any scissors to cut the tape on this. Oh, I'm poorly prepared for this one. It's all just more to edit out, isn't it? Okay, so let's get Choking Hazard Sid out of the box, shall we? I'm going to try and cut him open without actually having to turn him around. In fact, actually, let's lay him flat again. Let's lay him flat and just open from there. So yeah, I like Sycho Sid, he's a cool dude. Glad to finally have one. I never did get the Jax one. I did want it for quite a long time, but just never came across it. And then stopped collecting, I suppose, before I found it. I'm really not getting in here easily. It's a good thing we're not bothered about keeping the condition of this box intact, particularly. Right, let's crack him open. So that's one thing I like, is getting figures cheap on eBay that are boxed, so they're not like absolutely ragged about, but the box is in terrible condition. Like the box has been ragged about, because then I don't mind opening them. Which, you know, yeah, I want to buy these things to animate with, so I don't really want to be put off opening them. Like, I've got a load of figures that I never unboxed, and because I never unboxed them, I still don't want to, and now I want to use them to animate with. Now the way that Sid's arm just came out was a little bit worrying. He felt, this arm's tied in, felt a bit loose to me. But hopefully that's going to be absolutely fine. So let's check him out. Okay. So first of all, since I started buying figures again, I've not been convinced that elites don't come with one wonky joint and that's it. That leg is quite wobbly. I mean, it's manageable. It's nowhere near as bad as it could be, but you know, it is a bit wobbly. He's struggling to stand up as well. That elbow is a bit loose, but the arm is fine. That arm's fine. And the chest is bendable, so that's good. Waist is fine. Yeah, and I assume the feet are fine. Feet are always fine. The terrible head scan is not. I mean, it's not a terrible head scan, at least it does look like him. It's just, you know, Nancy Sid. So next we'll get the jacket out. We'll stick this on him. See how easily this goes on him. Hoping pretty easily. Enough to edit out in this video already. I quite like his hair. His hair looks really good. They've done a great job at like capturing his actual curls. Camera's not really focusing in on that, but like I say, the camera's not amazing for recording videos. But yeah. Come on, Sid, put your coat on. Cold outside, you know. You're in the UK now. There we go. And there we are. If he wants to stand up, there's Sycho Sid. So yeah, I quite like this figure. You know, it's very simple. You know, he was a simple enough man. A simple enough wrestler, for that matter. You know, but the face scan is a little bit terrifying. The hair is really nice though. I quite like the hair. The jacket, you know, it's a basic jacket, but you know, it looks good, and more or less he's come more or less intact. You know, his joints are completely usable. I can definitely animate with this. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to talk about where he fits in the context of my animations, in an attempt to try and get you interested in what's going to be going on. So yeah, in the greater context of my DSW animations, I may have just leaned on a dog toy. So in the later context, in the general context of the DSW animations, we like Sid, we like him. Or at least I do, and that's why we're going to give him the Legends title straight off the bat. And we're going to just pretend that he's been in DSW a lot longer than he has. Unfortunately, even though I like him, the management aren't a huge fan. There's a very strict regime controlling DSW at the moment. I feel like there might be some waves on the horizon, some kind of revolution. I don't know, we'll just have to tune in to see. But basically, he's first off going to face Kamala the Uganda Giant, a winner of a 10-man battle royal, to face him at my winter pay-per-view, which I'm about to start animating after I do my Kamala opening video. So that should be a fun one to do. And I'm glad the Sid's in good condition, because I do have a couple of matches planned for him. Being the Legends champion, you'd probably expect that. So, thank you for watching this figure opening video. Wasn't really much of a review because I didn't really know what to review, really. The guy looks great, apart from the head scan. You know, the detail on him is pretty good. And, you know, he's a cool dude. Who else comes in his series, right? Sting, which we'd quite like. Ziggler, we've got Damien Mizdow. I would like Sandow. Mizdow is just a no, isn't it? Godfather, I'd love. He's first time in the line. And British Bulldog, we definitely quite like as well. Yeah, Legends aren't really what we're looking for though at the moment, because I only have a couple and I've spent so much on figures recently anyway. But anyway, you know, it's not been much of a review, but it's more of just an unboxing, I suppose. But I guess my review is that this guy looks great. I hope there's been I hope that the sort of level of charisma in these videos goes up a bit as I get used to doing them, but I suppose maybe there was a joke in there for you that gave you a bit of a chuckle, and hopefully I haven't offended anybody, because that wouldn't be good, would it? Thank you for watching, goodbye. Oh, Oh, why did I try to eat the jacket? They should put a warning on the box.